You think you're just talking to her, but what if I told you she's giving you signals? Signals so subtle, most men never notice them. She laughs, looks away, plays with her hair. Is it all innocent? Or is there something deeper going on inside her mind? Today, I'm going to reveal 10 subtle signs she secretly likes you, the kind that come straight from dark female psychology. Stay with me till the end because sign number 10 is the one most men completely overlook, and that's where everything clicks. But before we dive in, let me tell you something most people won't. The female mind operates on layers. What you see on the surface is rarely what's happening underneath. She's been conditioned by society, by past experiences, by fear of rejection, to hide her true feelings behind a fortress of casual behavior. And here's the thing. She doesn't even realize she's doing half of these things. Her subconscious is working overtime, sending signals through body language, tone shifts, and behavioral patterns that bypass her conscious control entirely. So if you've ever wondered whether she likes you, the answer is probably already there. You just need to know how to read it. Let's get started. 1. She mirrors you unconsciously. If you notice she starts copying your gestures, tone, or even your slang, congratulations, her subconscious is syncing with you. Psychologists call this mirroring, and it's one of the strongest nonverbal signs of emotional connection. She doesn't even realize she's doing it. If you take a sip, she takes one. You cross your arms, she does too. You lean back, and moments later, so does she. It's her brain's way of saying, I feel safe around you. Now here's where it gets even deeper. Mirroring isn't just about imitation, it's about resonance. When two people are emotionally aligned, their nervous systems actually start to harmonize. Their breathing patterns sync up. Their heart rates adjust to similar rhythms. This is biology meeting psychology. And when a woman mirrors you consistently, especially in one-on-one settings, it means her system recognizes you as someone she wants to bond with on a primal level. But careful, just because she mirrors you doesn't mean she's in love. It means you've penetrated her comfort zone, and that's the first battlefield of attraction. Pay attention to how often it happens. Once or twice might be coincidence. But if it's a pattern, that's her body betraying what her words won't say. Second, she teases you, but never crosses the line. This one's classic. When a woman secretly likes a man, her humor changes. She'll throw playful jabs, but she'll always do it in a way that still feels respectful. Oh, so you're one of those guys. I bet you say that to all the girls. Wow, didn't realize you were such a comedian. It's her way of creating sexual tension without admitting interest. A little mystery, a little challenge. Because deep down, she knows men chase what they can't easily have. Watch her tone. If it's light, flirty, and filled with playful sarcasm, she's testing emotional waters. She's seeing how you respond to challenge. Can you handle banter? Do you get defensive? Or do you play along with confidence? This is a form of emotional sparring. And in the world of attraction, sparring means engagement. She wouldn't waste energy teasing someone she doesn't care about. But here's the key distinction. Her teasing will never feel mean-spirited. There's always warmth underneath it, a smile in her eyes, a softness in her delivery. If the teasing ever turns cold or genuinely cutting, that's different. But playful teasing with a hint of affection? That's her flirting without showing her cards. Third, her eyes tell the story she'll never speak. If you catch her stealing glances, holding eye contact just a second too long, or instantly looking away when you meet her gaze, that's it. She's giving away more than she wants to. Women use eye contact to create emotional electricity. Her pupils dilate, her expression softens, and suddenly, silence feels charged. There's a reason the eyes are called the windows to the soul. They don't lie. When she looks at you and her gaze lingers, her brain is processing you differently than everyone else in the room. She's studying your face, memorizing details, imagining scenarios. And when you catch her looking and she quickly looks away, that's not disinterest. That's embarrassment at being caught. She didn't want you to know she was watching, but her curiosity overpowered her caution. Ever had that moment when words stop, but the air feels thick? That's not nothing. That's chemistry, the kind she's trying to hide. Eye contact is also a test. She wants to see if you'll hold her gaze or look away first. Dominance and attraction are intertwined in these silent exchanges. If you can hold eye contact with a slight smile without breaking or becoming intense, you pass her subconscious test. You become someone who's confident, present, and emotionally available. And that combination, absolutely magnetic. Fourth, she accidentally touches you. No touch is ever truly accidental. When she brushes your arm while laughing, fixes your collar, or playfully nudges you, that's her testing the boundary between comfort and desire. Touch is the language of intimacy. And women are highly selective about who they allow into their physical space. If she keeps finding excuses to close that distance, she's trying to feel your energy. It's subconscious. Touch is a form of silent communication that says, "I'm comfortable being this close to you." And here's what most men don't realize. Every touch is loaded with intention, even if she doesn't consciously plan it. She'll find reasons, adjusting your jacket, reaching across you for something, lightly tapping your shoulder to emphasize a joke. These aren't random movements. They're calculated by a part of her brain that craves connection but doesn't want to appear desperate. The frequency matters. One touch could be friendly, but repeated physical contact, especially in non-necessary situations, reveals a deeper desire to maintain closeness. And pay attention to how she reacts after touching you. Does she linger? Does she seem more relaxed? Does her body language open up? If yes, then that touch was a doorway she just opened for you. Fifth, she remembers the little things. When she brings up something you mentioned once, your favorite coffee, that band you like, or your bad habit of staying up late, that's a sign she's emotionally invested. She's paying attention. Men underestimate how selective female memory is. Women process emotional information differently than men. When something matters to her, it gets filed away with crystal clarity. She remembers what matters. And if it's you she remembers, you've already made an impression deeper than you think. Wait, didn't you say you hate cilantro? How'd that presentation go? The one you were stressing about? You mentioned your sister's birthday was coming up. Did you get her something? These aren't casual observations. They're evidence of mental real estate. She's keeping track of your life because she cares about the details. And here's the psychology behind it. When we're attracted to someone, our brains prioritize information about them. It's a survival mechanism rooted in bonding and mate selection. She's not just remembering random facts. She's building a profile of who you are, what you value, and how she fits into your world. The more specific her memory, the stronger her interest. If she recalls something you mentioned weeks ago in passing, you're occupying significant space in her mind. Sixth, she becomes unusually nervous or shy around you. She could be confident with everyone, but when you're near, she fumbles her words or laughs at things that aren't that funny. That's attraction clashing with fear of exposure. Dark psychology fact: when a woman likes someone but doesn't want to show it, her body betrays her. Her tone softens, breathing changes, her eyes blink faster. Her nervous system is literally reacting to your presence. This is the autonomic nervous system kicking in. Fight, flight, or flirt. When someone we're attracted to enters our space, our body goes into mild stress mode, the good kind. Adrenaline spikes, heart rate increases, blood rushes to the face. She might giggle nervously, adjust her hair repeatedly, struggle to maintain steady eye contact. All of these are involuntary responses to the emotional stakes she's feeling. Don't mistake that nervousness for disinterest. Often it's the opposite. It's the storm right before she lets her walls down. The more she likes you, the more vulnerable she feels. And vulnerability is scary. So if she's normally poised and articulate, but turns into a slightly awkward version of herself around you, that's not weakness. That's her guard dropping, even if just a little. And that's where real connection begins. 7. She makes herself look better. When she knows she'll see you, you'll notice it. Suddenly, her makeup's a little more perfect. Her outfit looks effortless, but obviously chosen. Even her scent feels more intentional. She's preparing to be noticed. By you. Attraction always seeks visibility. She may never say it, but her appearance is a silent invitation for your attention. Women are strategic about presentation. If she knows there's even a chance she'll run into you, she upgrades her effort level. The dress that hugs just right, the perfume she saves for special occasions, the extra 5 minutes spent on her hair, these aren't coincidences. They're calculated signals. She wants you to see her at her best because she's hoping you'll look at her differently, with more interest, more desire, more intent. And here's the subtle part. She'll often downplay it. Oh, this old thing? I just threw this on. But the effort tells the truth her words try to hide. If you start noticing consistent upgrades in how she presents herself specifically when you're around, she's peacocking, the female version of showing off plumage to attract a mate. And you're the mate she's trying to attract. 8. She gets jealous, subtly. She'll never say she's jealous. Instead, she'll ask about that female friend, mockingly call her your girlfriend, or tease you about other women. She's masking curiosity with humor, but the emotion is real. In dark psychology, jealousy is emotional exposure. It reveals vulnerability she doesn't want to admit. And if she's showing it, you matter more than she's willing to confess. Jealousy is one of the rawest indicators of attachment. It's impossible to feel jealous about someone you're indifferent toward. She might probe with seemingly innocent questions. So, who was that girl you were talking to earlier? You two seem close. Does she always text you that much? The words are casual, but the undertone is investigative. She's assessing threat levels. If you ever sense a bit of irritation when you mention another woman, that's not coincidence. That's her emotional guard cracking. She's imagining scenarios she doesn't want to admit bother her. Another woman laughing at your jokes, getting your attention, being close to you in ways she wishes she could be. And that discomfort? It's a confession her pride won't let her say out loud. I want you to see me, not her. 9th, she invests time, even when she doesn't have to. If she texts first, checks in just because, or finds reasons to be around you, that's effort. And effort is the truest sign of attraction. Women don't waste emotional energy where they feel nothing. When she invests her time, it's not random. It's deliberate. She's creating opportunities for you to notice her, without having to say it out loud. Time is the most valuable resource any of us have, and women are incredibly protective of theirs. If she's making time for you, carving out space in her schedule, responding quickly to messages, showing up to events she knows you'll be at, she's prioritizing you. She might suggest grabbing coffee, offer to help with something you mentioned needing, invite you to group hangouts where she'll have access to you. All of these are engineered opportunities for connection. She's hoping that proximity will create intimacy, that repeated exposure will deepen the bond, that you'll eventually see her the way she already sees you. And the beautiful part? She's doing all of this without demanding anything in return. She's investing on faith, hoping you'll eventually invest back. That kind of patience, that kind of subtle pursuit, it only happens when someone genuinely cares. 10. She gives you mixed signals, intentionally. Yes, that's a sign too. When she acts warm one moment and distant the next, she's not confused, she's testing you. Dark psychology reveals this pattern as emotional push-pull. It's a subconscious defense mechanism, a way to protect herself while still keeping you hooked. She wants to see how much effort you'll make, how much attention you'll give when she pulls away. It's emotional chess. And the truth is, if she's playing the game, You've already entered her emotional radar. This one frustrates men the most. One day she's responsive, engaged, flirty. The next she's cold, distant, barely acknowledging you exist. What's happening? She's managing her own vulnerability. Every time she gets close, her fear of rejection kicks in. So she pulls back to regain control, to test whether you'll chase, to see if you actually care, or if you are just enjoying the attention. It's not manipulation in the malicious sense, it's self-protection. She's been hurt before, or she's afraid of being too obvious, or she doesn't want to seem desperate, so she creates distance to see what you'll do with it. Will you chase? Will you give up? Will you stay consistent regardless of her temperature shifts? Your response tells her everything she needs to know about your interest level and emotional stability. The moment a woman starts creating emotional tension with you, she's already attached in her mind. Whether she admits it or not is just a matter of time. So, how many of these signs have you noticed in your own life? If more than 3 hit home, she's not just being nice. She's trying to tell you something without saying it. Understanding these signals isn't just about attraction, it's about awareness, knowing how the female mind works when emotions are at war with logic. Because here's the reality most people don't talk about. Women experience attraction differently than men. For men, it's often immediate and visual. For women, it builds through layers: emotional safety, intellectual stimulation, humor, presence, energy. And by the time a woman shows these signs, she's already been building that attraction for a while. She's already imagined scenarios, already wondered what it would be like, already tested you in a dozen small ways you probably didn't notice. These 10 signs are her subconscious screaming what her pride refuses to say. So if you've been second-guessing yourself, doubting whether she's interested, wondering if you're reading too much into things, stop. Trust the signals, trust the patterns, trust what her behavior is showing you, even when her words stay neutral. If you found this video valuable, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss these deep dives into human and dark psychology. And hey, don't stop here. Check out the other videos on this channel for more hidden truths about attraction, manipulation, and emotional power. Because once you understand the mind, you hold the advantage. The game of attraction isn't about tricks or tactics. It's about awareness, reading the room, understanding subtext, recognizing when someone is quietly, carefully, cautiously opening the door for you to walk through. So the next time you're wondering if she likes you, watch for the signs, because she's already telling you everything. You just need to listen.